Welcome to Guess Who Wins. After the fifth turn of this battle, you have to guess who wins this battle. Some might be surprising, some might not be. So let's get started with Poltegeist versus Vivian. I'm playing as C. I'll just call myself C. A stands for someone. I don't want to tell who it is because it's not Alex. I'll say that. He's not really into Pokemon, so I'll just say that. Whoever's A is someone. And I've played him a lot in different generations. So let's get started with this game, starting with Colt. They both set up turn 1. And I should have not said that because Poltegeist didn't really set up until now. Sends a huge Shadow Ball. Now we approach turn 3. Approach another huge Shadow Ball. Again, Palafin switches in. Jet Punch finishes it off. Okay, this is turn 4. I have to make sure. Okay. So after turn 5. So Grumpig on the close combat. So after turn 5, who do you think is winning? So far they have a non-damaged Palafin in the back that's about to be hero form. They also have a Grumpig shown. So far it looks like C looks like is winning because they didn't lose any HP on after their fainted Pokemon, which is a Shell Smash Poltegeist. As Grumpig took damage, and also they shown 3 Pokemon while C only shown 2. So they know more so C knows more threats than A. But let's see if that equates to victory. So far I think C's winning, but A could be winning as well. A is most likely losing this battle because they lost a lot HP while we still have 100%. But anyways, let's carry on in this battle. Okay, they got the close combat. They switch into a Mola Mola. He gets hit by a powerful Psychic. They get powered by a Psychic and Mirror Coat. Okay, they have a damage of Mola Mola, but they took 2 Pokemon down. They shown an Umbreon over the liquidation. They bring in Sandy Shocks. Sandy Shocks easily tank a foul play because of Sandy Shock's low attack. They set up a layer of spikes. Umbreon, I don't know what A's doing. Well, they bring in Moltres over Sandy Shocks. They Volt Switch out on the Moltres, giving them a huge weakness policy boost over an agility. They bring in a huge Hurricane that activates Berserk. Fiery Wrath goes, activates the A's Berserk. Fiery Wrath finishes Ditto. Sandy Shocks comes back out. Now it looks like it's pretty bad for C because they have 2 damaged Pokemon while Umbreon and Palafin are completely fine. But they did take 3 Pokemon out. But now they just lost its 3rd. So far it looks like they're looking good because even though they've shown more Pokemon, Umbreon foul place here does KO Ursaluna. Now they have the advantage with 2 completely healthy Pokemon and 1 unshown. They're basically forced to bring out Earthworm to do some damage. And they bring in a Wish. It's not going to do enough damage before that Wish comes out. Foul play comes in. Wish activates, and it looks like they can't break the Umbreon wall. They go into Palafin on the Iron Head. They transform into Terra Fighting, close combat. Earthworm's dead. And Mola Mola's dead. So if you guessed 1201585A, you are correct. Let's go to the next battle, which should be already there. Who will win? The lead might show who wins, or it might be tricking you. Just saying. Let's see. I have to pause after turn 5, so... Overheat one-shots Among Us. Dugtrio traps Miraidon and KOs it. Well, that's a pretty big waste of a Miraidon. Iron Hands gets shown. On a Shell Smash. Should have just done damage. Turn 4, fake out damage. Turn 5. Kill does a lot of damage to oh. There's a lot of damage to Cloyster. So here's the situation. They both lost a Pokemon. Cloyster's at low HP, Iron Hands is at low HP, Dugtrio's at full HP, I'm pretty sure. And I'm correct. Iron Hands and Cloyster is about to die. That's the situation. They both lost a Pokemon, but 1201585C lost a less valuable Pokemon. So C is currently has a disadvantage, but they also taken out a pretty big Miraidon threat. And they also got Iron Hands Quark Drive activated, which also gives them a pretty good advantage. So far, I think C is winning, but A can easily come back because they have more secrets in their pocket, while C really only has 3 secrets, while A has 4. So it's gonna be either way, but I think C's gonna win this game. What do you think? Guess who wins? Guess who wins? Quark Drive wore off. Corviknight comes out after the Quark Drive. Gets immune to ground type. Goes for the Icicle Spear, doing chunks of damage. A is looking good, but after a bulk up, they made a good play. They didn't make it. Will Rock Blast even KO? No! That's a misplay. And Brave Bird finishes off Cloyster and Corviknight. And so far, it's a pretty tight round. Mouse, they use Sucker Punch. Tidy up. Wow, they use Sucker Punch twice. It might be Band or Scarf. Dugtrio. So far, C is losing. I thought C was gonna win. Come on, C. Foul Play does take out the powerful Mousehold that just used Tidy Up, which is basically a Dragon Dance. They have Palkia Origin. Oh no. Okay, Draco Meteor does not KO Spiritomb. Shadow Sneak. Fire Blast does not KO Spiritomb. Spiritomb's amazing. Gets another Shadow Sneak off before fainting. Amazing. We have our own Miraidon. They have their own legendary though. The Beads of Ruin. We have Wu Qian, which tanks 2 Dracos. Gets a big knockoff, which takes out Specs. Volt switches out of the situation into Iron Hands, which gets the Quark Drive activation of attack. Fake out Wu Chan, but they get HP back so they're really looking strong. Energy Ball finishes off Iron Hands, so it looks like A is gonna win again. I thought C was gonna win 2 times. We did KO Wu Chan, but they have their Oricorio. Electro Drift KOs Oricorio, though. It's all up to Palkia. They miss a Draco Meteor. We hit! We KO! Oh my god! We won! Our own Miraidon's a champion! I guess I won a point. They won their battle. I thought our team was gonna win. So far I won 1 and lost 1. The next battle, when I click it, it's gonna show who won. So I've gotta pause the recording and then go back and then just do it. So give me a second. And we're back. We have Bombirdier versus Vivian. Let's play. 5 turns. Remember, I have to remember 5 turns. Brave Bird does 50% to Slowking, big damage. Honed Claws Birder over on a surf, trying to go for the sweep potential. Knockoff finishes up Slowking. There's no way Slowking would survive. There's Gastrodon. Knockoff. It's not Sticky Hold Gastrodon. And finishes off Gastrodon. So that's turn 5. So they bring in Jumpluff next. But before Jumpluff was even there, they were forced to bring in Jumpluff. So I guess that counts. So in this situation, A is losing a shun, like a ton. They have 2 Pokemon down, a Vivian, which hasn't been in the battle yet, but does not look good as being the same level as Bombirdier. They shown 2 Pokemon that's still alive. They only have 2 secrets or secret Pokemon still remaining. Well, we have 5 secret Pokemon that we have, and we have a setup Bombirdier. This is easily looking like a C victory, but let's see. Turn 6 happens, finishes off Bombirdier. Okay. There's a Abomasnow. Will Jumpluff switch out? Yes, they switch into Rotom Heat. A good check to Abomasnow, actually. They had to switch out to Colossal on the Overheat, or Flamethrower, or Fire Blast. C, come on. Gothitelle. Gothitelle does tank a Stone Edge. They set up a nasty plot. This must be Shadow Tag. Gothitelle, if it's setting up, they miss a Stone Edge. It's not Frisk. It has to be Shadow Tag. Quagsire comes out, a good check to any setup mons. Brings out a Toxic on Gothitelle. Probably you should just KO'd it. Psychic again. Earthquake survives on 1 HP, but Toxic will finish. Yes. Jumpluff comes out. Acrobatics tries to scare out Quagsire to catch any Pokemon with Acrobatics. But, oh yeah, Jumpluff is just being a tank right now. Tanking Ice Beams all over the place. Almost KOs Quagsire with U-turn. Brings out Rotom Heat, which tanks Ice move. It uses Thunderbolt on the recover. I don't know why they chose Thunderbolt. They went in a Will-O-Wisp. They brought out a Toxic. Does this thing not have a water move? It showed all 4 moves. I guess it doesn't have a water move. So they can just keep in Rotom. But the problem with what Rotom is they shown all 4 of their moves. So they can't, there's really no damage that's coming through these Pokemon. They're good checks. They check the other Pokemon defensively to each other, but they can't really check the Pokemon offensively to each other. They're just spamming Ice Beam and Overheat, and Rotom fell. Quagsire, so far they only have 2 Pokemon left. A is just going for game now with a Quiver Dance. They tear ground, showing that they mean business. But Abomasnow comes out, takes Stealth Rock like a champion. Ice Shard nearly KOs Vivian, and Hurricane finishes it off with 2 Pokemon on each side, but with the hurt Vivian on their side. It looks like Vivian's gonna die. It does get the confusion and does not hurt itself. Oh my god! With only Jumpluff left, with only Jumpluff left on that side, it's basically a Stallmon now. There's no way they can KO all of its Pokemon quick enough. They go for the sleep. Acrobatics Mimikyu. Acrobatics finishes. What's the final Belly Bolts. Terra Electric misses a Sleep Powder. That's huge. Thunderbolt does a lot of damage. Sleep Powder misses twice in a row. And Belly Bolt beats. I called it. But it was a lot closer than I thought, to be fair. After, like, the first 5 turns, the one Pokemon basically took out 2 Pokemon. I was expecting a clear victory by, like, 2 or 3 Pokemon. but it was less than, but they only had less than one Pokemon left, which is kind of surprising. Good play. That was a good one. By the way, this is original. I created this. No one can stop me from creating this, so yeah. At least I'm pretty sure I didn't copy someone. If I did, I'm sorry. And I'll show, and I hope I didn't copy someone because I didn't really research this when I copied it. So, well, technically I didn't copy. I'm going crazy. I made this up in my brain, but maybe someone copied this. Who knows? Anyways, I have to go to the next battle, a Gen 8 one. So Dynamax is gonna be allowed. So we're in the next battle, and we're gonna play. They brought out Volcanion and Dragalge. Okay, first 5 turns. Turn 1, they use Steam Eruption on Dragalge, and gets the burn on the Toxic Spikes. Dragalge defogs the Toxic Spikes away on turn 2. Gets hurt by its burn, and then gets... Turn 3, they use Steam Eruption again, and then Draco finishes Volcanion off. Dragalge is most likely going to switch out now on the Solrock, and yes, they do. Oh, here comes Kingdra on the Earthquake. Misses a Hydro. Gets the Will-O-Wisp. So yeah, so this is the position. So far, they have a pretty hurt Dragalge in the back that's burned, and another burned Kingdra. While they lost their Volcanion, which is not good for A, they still have a Solrock. They still have a pretty good Solrock with Earthquake and Will-O-Wisp. If they can just this Solrock can definitely be a nuisance, and that can just burn the entire team. And if they have a stall Pokemon in the back, they can easily just tank moves and then just let the burn do its thing. Burn is nerfed in Gen 7, and so it only does 6%, so that can definitely be an issue. But I think A wins here, even if they have a Pokemon advantage. But the burn doesn't really matter because both Kingdra and Dragalge is special. But I still think A wins. Hydro Pump does okay, that's why did I say that when Hydro Pump just one-shots? Anyways, they have a pretty defensive Mana Buzz, which tanks a Draco. Brave Bird does not finish. Does Burn finish? Burn does finish Kingdra off, but with the hurt Mana Buzz, they bring in their third Pokemon, Bronzong. They use Roost on a Stealth Rock. That's Foul Play does a lot. They put a Toxic on the defense Mana Buzz. So Cobalion gets switched in on the Foul Play. Genius move by C. Gets the Justifies ability and uses a second Sword Stance. They got a critical hit, Brave Bird. Oh, A's back in the game. Stone Edge just finished off Mana Buzz. They have Centiskorch. Stone Edge does finish that off. Tentacruel. Scald does not finish. Does not get the burn. Stone Edge does a lot. Rapid Spin does not finish. Does get rid of the Stealth Rock. That was a pretty bad move. Knockoff finishes off Cobalion. Cinccino comes out. Dynamax Cinccino. Max Strike. Did A use its Dynamax? I'm not sure, but Cinccino does finish off, so I chose wrong. But did A use its Dynamax? No, they didn't use Dynamax. Oh, that's the reason why they lost. A is stupid. Anyways. Wait, wait, No, they just lost. Okay. That was bad. Thoughts? It was a landslide victory for C. Okay, the only reason why I thought A would win is because they got two Pokemon that was burned on C's side while they only suffered one loss. And Solrock is a pretty good threat. But the problem I faced is Kingdra could one-shot Solrock and make the advance. Trading two burns for two KOs is a really good trade, especially if the Pokemon they're using is special. So I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, let's move on to the Gen 8 Battle 2. So this is the battle. We have at Mesprit versus Lilligant, both level 84. Okay, Sleep Powder immediately. Now I know this Lilligant that's about what I think is max speed Lilligant just got a Quiver Dance boost. That is bad. Oh, Sleep Claws. A must not know Sleep Claws is in random battles. Pollen Puff, just, I guess that was its best move that it could use. Lilligant wasn't really used after if Sleep Claws was activated. Air Slash gets the flinch. Oh. Okay, that was, I did not expect that. So, last turn. Okay, this is turn 5. So they did use Fire Blast, but you didn't see the damage, so it's fine. So in this position, it looks like a level 80 Moltres can easily just destroy everyone. Crocodile is Moltres as -1, but it's a special attacker, so it doesn't matter. Mesprit is asleep. But trading a sleep for a KO is not a bad trade, because you can just wake up at random times. Well, Moltres versus Crocodile is looking amazing after getting a flinch. Intimidate definitely sucks, but on a physical attacker. But for Moltres, it doesn't matter. I think C wins here. They have two legendaries, one's asleep, but still, they have a Moltres that's about to sweep a team if it can just flinch a lot. And I know Crocodile is barely slower than Moltres. Ah, that sucks. Anyways, let's continue in the battle. Fire Blast finishes off Crocodile. Okay, that looks bad. C is looking with a huge... Oh, Thunderbolt finishes off Porygon, too. Golisopod gets one shot as well. Oh my god. Porygon. A's now in the advantage because effectively it's up 1 because... Okay, Mystical Fire lowers its special attack by 1. So the download boost. Gets G-Max Hatterene survives a tri-attack because of the extra HP, and Max Mindstorm finishes. Now it's effectively 3-3 because Mesprit's asleep, and it's effectively 4-3 because Hatterene's at low HP and Mesprit's asleep. But Mesprit can easily wake up, so it's effectively down the tide, and now it's officially tied. Mesprit comes out, the sleeping one. It stays asleep on the Flash Cannon. It has to wake up eventually. So Celesteela Dynamaxes woke up, Thunder Waves Celesteela, and paralyzes it, wasting a Dynamax turn. Psychic. I guess that was its best move. It gets parried again, wasting 2 turns of Dynamax. Max Airstream does do a lot of damage and gives itself a speed boost. But a speed boost doesn't matter if it's parried, because it's still gonna have lowered speed. Mesprit falls, but that's not really a big deal. Kangaskhan fakes out, gets a crit, flinches, which it always does. Why am I confusing? Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch does 70% on the Fire Blast that does only 30%. Fire Blast misses again, and then Earthquake finishes off Bohemian. So far, it looks like it's a victory for A. I have no idea who's gonna win from this position. I said C's gonna win, so come on. Earthquake finished off Kangaskhan. Last Pokemon's Glaceon, which has an advantage, and Freeze Dry finishes off It's all up to Celesteela. Freeze Dry does over half. Gets parried. Leftovers healing. Freeze Dry again. Flash Cannon does not finish. And Glaceon finishes it off if it uses Freeze Dry. And it does use Freeze Dry. And C wins another battle. Let's go. Let's see what battle's next. Thoughts on the battle? It was pretty close. Glaceon was under half HP, so that was close. But let's go to the next battle, the last Gen 8 battle we're doing. So the leads are revealed. We have Doublade with, most likely it's an Eviolite Doublade. And we have Zapdos with Defiant. A Galarian to Zapdos. Let's first 5 turns. Throat Chop does not do half, so it's most likely a Doublade with Eviolite. It switches into Licky Licky on the Iron Head. Licky Licky outspeeds, does a huge knockoff, finishes off, but close combat finishes off Licky Licky. Zapdos comes out. Turn 4, Zapdos gets hit by a huge Shadow Sneak. And Mamoswine. Switch out Cloyster on an Ice Shard. So this is the position. It looks like an average position. Zapdos Galar is... So, Mamoswine trading Licky Licky for Doublade's an awful trade for C. Because Doublade could easily Sword Dance sweep, and also having Eviolite being a tank can also be well. While Licky Licky's only job was to knock off that Eviolite and do some damage. Mamoswine also comes out from this. Zapdos Galar lost 20... is effectively a one-shot now. As Cloyster is at basically full HP, while Mamoswine is at full HP. So far, C is winning, having more Pokemon unrevealed, and only lost a Pokemon, and no more HP from there. While they lost another 72% and a 5%, so rounding to 177% of all their HP is gone. Of each Pokemon gone. So 1.7% of all their Pokemon are gone of their 6, while they only lost 1. So, C looks like the advantage. If Doublade was still alive, that would be even a better advantage for C, but if Doublade was alive and Mamoswine was dead and the item was knocked off, then A would have a pretty good chance of winning. But so far, it looks like C's winning. They go into Graptalock on the Shell Smash. Classic Shell Smash stuff from Cloyster. Hydro Pump does a lot of damage on the Drain Punch, which does even more, healing over to above 50, and then just drop, and Cloyster... Okay, C is losing right now, losing a Mamoswine! What are they doing? Multiscale doesn't activate for the rest of the Icicle Spear turns, and that just obliterates Lugia. What happened? An Explosion KOs Blastoise. What happened? Okay, they Dynamax. Max Darkness does less than half. Lower special defense. Max Mindstorm finishes up Zapdos. And they have Giratina. Oh, this game's just dead. Okay, they didn't KO. Maybe. Nope, it's the game's over. The Shadow Sneak does not happen in Psychic Terrain, so maybe they have a chance. They have Conkeldurr. Okay. I forgot Renewal Eclipse is so slow that it can't outspeed anything, including a person holding 2 bricks. So apparently the psychic molecule cannot outspeed a person holding 2 rocks in its hands. No. So what was that game? They didn't even use all their Pokemon. They had one unrevealed and one at 100 HP. What was C doing? Well, that was a blunder. If you guessed A, congratulations, you're a god. Oh my god, that was the most awful game I ever seen by a person. Next battle, let's just go get into Gen 7. The leads are revealed. We have Scolipede, most likely a speed boost Scolipede, and a Giratina with just Levitate. Giratina Origin, guaranteed to hold the Greasy Orb, so it doesn't have an item. Let's see what will happen. Game 1. Sword Dance activates on a Draco Meteor, which crits. I think the crit mattered. Shiinotic, it switches out on a Moonblast, predicts a switch out, and gets into Feraligatr on the Fire Blast. Interesting moves. Game 4, Virizion switches in on the Dragon Dance. Turn 5, Ice Punch just finishes off Virizion. And this is the position going into the game after turn 5. So far, it looks like a pretty good setup for Alligator on C. Okay, they switch in Manaphy, so revealing 4 out of their 6 Pokemon, while they only revealed 3 out of their 6. They lost. They have 100 HP on a Shiinotic and a setup for Alligator for a sacrifice of a Scolipede. Pretty good sacrifice, if that was gonna happen. They have a Giratina, a pretty hurt Moltres, and a Manaphy. Manaphy's about to get hit though. I think C wins with the setup for Alligator, but it's probably not gonna be because of the for Alligator. It's probably gonna be like one more KO. Earthquake does a chunk, 42%, but with the Life Orb damage and Energy Ball damage, Feraligatr cannot do 3 more damaging hits. And an Energy Ball finish. Manaphy's at low HP, and for 2 KOs, that Manaphy's dead, and Tail Slap will finish. They bring in Giratina Origin, switches out into Vanillux on the Will-O-Wisp. That was a pretty bad Will-O-Wisp, to be fair. Vanillux is a special attacker, and Blizzard one-shots Giratina with a critical hit. Oh my god, how many crits are gonna happen? So far, they have 2 fire types. What the flip? Okay, Fire Blast finishes off Vanillux. What will happen now? They bring in Cinccino. They use Rock Blast. This is probably a skill in Cinccino then. KOs that. They bring in Nidoqueen. Rock Blast does no damage. Okay, Rock Blast doesn't do a lot. Sludge Wave nearly does 63%. Kamo switches in on the Sludge Wave. And charging skills, does it have the Z move? It doesn't have Life Orb. Doesn't look like a Choice Banded. Why didn't it use the Z move? Shiinotic just dies. Tail Slap misses and... Wow! I picked the wrong side again.
I'll pick the dumb side.
Yeah, my brother's here on this video.
Hello. Who's this? What's Pokemon? Why is there a Nidoqueen up there? What the heck is going on? Yeah, go back to you.
Anyways, that was a pretty big failure by me. I did not expect a Nidoqueen to sweep, but whatever. Let's move on to the next battle. The leads are revealed, and of course there's a Slacking versus a Bulbasaur. Okay, let's just start this battle. This is already a 30-minute video. Giga Impact on the Ghost-type Lunala. Okay, Cofagrigus goes switched in on a Calm Mind, predicting not a Ghost-type Moon Ice Beam, but it just sets up a Calm Mind and finishes off Cofagrigus, and then switches Leafy on. Leaf Blade does 18% on the Moon Geist Beam, which does 70, nearly 80%, going into turn 5. Leaf Blade does another 40% Moon Geist Beam, finishes off Leafeon. Let's see what switches in. And Kingler. Okay. That is Kingler. So far, it looks like it's a pretty bad situation for C. With the setup Lunala, it can basically finish like one more or two more Pokemon. And this is not a Specs Lunala. It used Calm Mind, so it's not a Specs Lunala. It's not Scarf either. It's most likely it's leftovers Lunala. Why didn't I see that? Anyways, they brought in a healthy Kingler but they also have a Slacking with Truant, one of the worst Pokemon to get in these battles. They also have an Abomasnow, which can basically defeat Stall Pokemon because leftovers is going to be not active. I think A easily wins this game with 2 down. And a damage Slacking. Yeah, A easily wins. Moongeist Beam one-shots Kingler. Oh, this is looking low. Easy Lunala sweep. Gear Grind gets 1 crit and a Moongeist Beam does a chunk of damage. 3/4. Oh, 2/3. Gear Grind finishes off Lunala. So far, it looks like it's looking well. Persian comes out, knocks off whatever it was holding. Gear Grind does a lot, though. Don't tell me Lunala was the only good Pokemon on Ace team. Gear Grind misses. That's good. So Persian stays alive for, I think, one more turn. Okay, Return finishes off. Rotom-Mow comes out. The last Pokemon. Tricks us. Choice Scarf. What a play by Rotom-Mow. Oh, no. Oh, Persian survives! Oh! We lost a Persian. They switch in Slacking on the Magearna switch. Okay, this is an easy win. Most likely, is this choice? Okay. I guess we don't know what items this thing's Slacking's holding. It's most likely not Choice Band or Life Orb. It's not Life Orb. Thunderbolt finishes off Magearna. Abomasnow comes out. Oh, it's a Mega Abomasnow. Excuse me. And easily A wins. With 3 Pokemon still left standing. Oh my god. That Lunala, though, you can't really deal with that Lunala. The only thing that could deal with it was Clang Clang, but Clang Clang was kind of not good in this game. As it only get to do is Gear Grind. Anyways, that was a pretty bad game. Wow. Next up is the last Gen 7 battle. So let's get that ongoing. Let's just get this battle started. So we have Aggron with an Air Balloon versus Sableye. And it's obviously Mega Sableye, but takes a lot of damage from Head Smash Aggron. It hits which is in Hitmonchan on a second Head Smash. A burned Aggron is not going to do much damage. And here comes Thundurus on the Mach Punch, a pretty obvious Mach Punch. E-Barrel comes out on the Hidden Power. We don't know what type the Hidden Power was. An Aqua Jet comes in on the Thunderbolt. Let's see what switches in. It's Chandelure. So after turn 5, it looks like A has a pretty good advantage, showing up 4 of the 6 Pokemon C has, and even taking one out. But to be fair, they have a pretty damaged Thundurus and a burned Aggron on their side, and also a Rockhead Aggron there as well. As C showed more Pokemon and even lost one, effectively they have more because that Sableye most likely has Moonlight or Recover, and Hitmonchan can easily revenge kill a lot of Pokemon. Chandelure can also be a big threat. I think C wins even with the disadvantages. But to be fair, it affects more Pokemon, like Bibarel is dead, and Sableye is about to lose all its HP. and Hitmonchan did lose some of its HP, so yeah, so it's a little interesting, because two Pokemon on this side is affected, while 3 Pokemon on C's side is affected. But I still think, yeah, actually A wins. I am saying A wins. A Thunderbolt does a lot of damage to Chandelure, and it's also Life Orb. Life Orb. Energy Ball does a lot to Alomola. Scald finishes it off. 2-1. Alomola is about to die though. Hitmonchan and Mach Punch. Drain Punches. That looks like a... Actually, that looks like a... That might be banned. Yeah, that's definitely banned. Hitmonchan. Soul Heart gets one of those. Roserade comes out in HP Fire, finishes Magearna off. Now it's a tied 3-3, but Sableye's really low HP, and that team has a Reshiram, so, well, Roserade's dead. They're basically forced to switch in Sableye and recover all its HP off. They do use Draco to try to have more accuracy, and then the last Pokemon Shiftry. Knockoff does a chunk, but you can't really handle Reshiram. They don't even KO Reshiram, but they do dodge a Blue Flare, but Reshiram doesn't want to get Sucker Punched. Okay, they just switched in their most defensive Pokemon to finish off Shiftry if it doesn't have Synthesis. And there we go, A wins. Let's go, A finally won. But there was definitely some tricks up 1201585 C's line. That choice band Hitmonchan could have been a lot bigger of a threat if they did not have a Fairy Mythic on their team. And that Reshiram was also a big problem to C's team. If that Reshiram was up, it would wall Sableye. It would wall Sableye, Shiftry, and Roserade, and just KO them. And it could also do big chunks to all members with Draco Meteor. So, yeah, let's go to the next battle. I'm not trying to waste too much time. It's Mawile Amoonguss. We start up. They remove Black Sludge for Spore. Pelipper comes out on the HP something. It might be HP Fire. Hurricane finishes off Amoonguss. Electivire switches in on the Ferrothorn, on the Ice Punch, predicting like a something. I don't know why. I think they were switched out into like a ground type, so Electivire would attack the ground type with Ice Punch. Not exactly what they got, but still, it's still a Pokemon that's resisted electric and it wasn't resist ice. So I guess it was better predict. I guess. Anyways, let's just resume. This is not even turn 5 yet. Okay, Ferrothorn dies, and Meloetta. Okay. This position looks really good for A. They took out their most defensive wall, the Ferrothorn, and took out one of their most, and slept. They also got to sleep on the biggest threat, Mega Mawile. And Pelipper doesn't have Drizzle in this generation so. Meloetta could be a big threat with Serene Grace, but it looks really well. They didn't even get Electivire didn't even take that much damage. A has a huge advantage, a slept Mega Mawile, and not Drizzle Pelipper, and they showed up Meloetta. So yeah, Wild Charge does 40% to Meloetta. I'm saying A wins, but Wild Charge does do a lot of damage. Hyper Voice finishes off Electivire though. Dustox comes out. Hyper Voice does a lot of damage to Dustox, but a Quiver Dance can definitely be scary. Bug Buzz finished off Meloetta. So it's currently tied 2-2. But now we have the sleeping Mega Mawile on the Terrakion. Terrakion Earthquakes almost KOs as Mega Mawile Iron Heads one-shots Terrakion. Lucario comes out, predicting a bullet punch, and it was a bullet punch. So far, A is actually losing because they lost 3 Pokemon and they have a 40. They lost a Dustox, but they do have a pretty useless Mega Mawile now because it's at 10 HP and can be easily revenged by their Mega Lucario with Bullet Punch, and they don't have a Drizzle Pelipper still. But they do have. But I think C now has the advantage. But it can be. But okay, maybe it's not an advantage anymore. Okay, Thundurus Therian, hello. Thundurus Therian is a big threat. Thunderbolt does do over half, but it's not risking a roll. Wobbuffet Mirror Coated, but it didn't do anything. And with I think Thundurus Therian. Oh, okay. I guess a Seeking's dead. The last Pokemon was a Seeking. It didn't. Yeah, Pelipper's dead, and Mega Mawile is also dead. So yeah, A did win, but it was a lot close. It wasn't even close. They had a Thundurus on a Wobbuffet, which couldn't do much damage back to Thundurus. All they did was Mirror Coat and hope for a low roll, and then KO Thundurus back, which Thundurus had Nasty Plot, and not all attacking moves, not like an idiot. So Thundurus easily just tanked all and win. Let's go to the next battle. Let's just start this. Electivire versus Gourgeist. Gourgeist immediately Shadow Sneaks a Skarmory. Turn 2, Will-O-Wisps the Skarmory on the spikes. Big not good damage. Shadow Sneaks the Skarmory. Nice one. Good damage. Seed Bombs on the resisted. Gets a second spikes. Shadow Sneaks again on this roost. Okay, this is after turn 5. Right now, Gourgeist is really looking good. But Skarmory did set up 2 layers of spikes, which is not good for Gourgeist. But they showed a Pokemon, they burned the Pokemon. It just looks like C's an advantage, but it's not a big advantage. Skarmory still picked up 2 layers of spikes up, so it's not a huge advantage, but it's still an advantage for Gourgeist. Shadow Sneak does no damage. Brave Bird, okay. I might have to... Gourgeist, just switch out. I know Spikes is annoying, but... Just switch out. Why are you Shadow Sneaking? You're just gonna lose your... Oh my god. Okay. Shadow Sneak again. Because, of course, it's an idiot. But Skarmory killed its Skarmory. So, Skarmory fell. And here comes an Electivire, which 100% is Ice Punch. But use Wild... It does not have Ice Punch? Okay. It's Wild Charge. Gourgeist does a lot of damage to Electivire, which switches out into Spirit Tomb with the Volt Switch. Dark Pulses does not do over half. That's a problem. Archeops kills 1. Archeops has to switch. Yes. Magnezone switches out, and it's a Meg. Okay, you caught in the same trap. Magnezone is dead thanks to an earthquake, and they could have switched into Archeops, but that would be way too risky. They have Crunch Salamence. They didn't. I don't know why. Anyways, I don't know why they didn't Mega before they Dragon Dance. I don't know why. I'm still saying A wins. C wins because of the Gourgeist. And it looks like C's winning with that, but they lost their biggest, hardest hitter with Hypno. Archeops comes out. Defeatus isn't even a bad ability. All it gives you is more levels in a random format. So, it's effectively Illuminate until you reach under half HP. Since it spammed Earthquake, I think this might be like a choice spam, but it could also just be the best move against 3 electric types. And Hypno, so. Anyways, C easily won. They had 3 Pokemon left standing. Let's just move on to the next battle. Which, not clicking it yet. Hippowdon Kling Clang move. Lead. Yveltal. Earthquake. Predicted an earth move. A ground move, not earth move. Dark Pulse does have. Oh, does not get the 20% flinch though. Blocked off. I'm gonna hit Hippowdon's for definitely gonna be annoying. Absol tanks it, gets a justified boost. Last turn for the spout. U-turns out into Diancie, most likely a Mega one, but Superpower does a lot. Right before turn 6, that was perfect timing. Anyways, Absol is dead. Any priority would kill this thing, except for Sucker Punch and it setting up Swords Dance, but it would be dead at the next turn anyways. Hippowdon is at 2/3 HP. Well, they have a completely healthy Yveltal with leftovers, a complete healthy Clang, and 1/3 HP Diancie. It just doesn't look good for A, even if it has more good management skills by just only having showing 3 Pokemon on the opponent team. A just doesn't look good because they have 2 basically 67. They have 2 damaged Pokemon while they only have 1. A easily loses this game. A Mega, what I expected. Knockoff kills itself. They lost a Pokemon the first. That might be HP Fire or HP like Flying. I'm not sure. Most likely it's Fire. Moxie Boost is definitely good. Goes into Clang, which does KO Pinsir. It's currently 2-1, but they did lose their Mega for no reason. Gear Grind goes out on the Earthquake most likely, and yes, big damage on the Clang. Will they go for the Gear? They do go for the Gear Grind for the second time. Nearly KOs Hippowdon on the Slack Off. No rock types are out yet, so they don't get the special defense boost. But Earthquake does KO Clang. Now we have Politoed, which changes the weather. Hippowdon's basically not gonna switch because A is just getting destroyed. Mega Blastoise will take it, but Scald does not get the burn. I think that's all Politoed wanted. Switches into Yveltal, yes. On the Dark Pulse, which does get boosted by Mega Launcher and the Dark Aura. Dark Pulse on the Ice Beam, which freezes Yveltal. That's a problem if it doesn't unthaw, and it unthaws. Okay, that was great. It thaws out, KOs the hardest blast. That's not a Torkoal that has Drought, so so far, now the advantage for managing what Pokemon they're showing is in the C's favor now. So it's looking really bad for A with only 1 Pokemon left. They have Kyurem. Kyurem normal. They bring in Meloetta, their secret weapon. And it is a secret weapon with Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf, Draco spamming, Draco meteoring. Kyurem is definitely now gonna die. It's just spamming now, while slowly dying to Psyshocks. There's nothing it can do but to just spam. And once it uses Struggle, it's dead. So yeah, game over. And I said that weak Absol and that 2/3 HP Hippowdon would be the counter for them winning, and that's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I would have been doing. Anyways, let's... Next battle, Gen 5. Next battle, it's Entei Darmanitan lead. Misses a Stone Edge. Does Darmanitan hits a Rock Slide. Does a lot of HP. But also KOs Darmanitan in return. Azumarill KOs Entei, so Zapdos easily would just KO Azumarill, but it's the tankiest thing on Earth apparently. Does another 30% on the, and then let's see what's gonna be in the switching. Lucario. It's most likely gonna Extreme Speed or a Meteor Mash, unless if it doesn't get Meteor Mash in Gen 5. Zapdos does. So it looks like it's gonna be an easy win for Zapdos because there's really no knockoffs and stuff in Gen 5. Azumarill has Aqua Jet, which gets pressured to death. They lose 2 Pokemon. That's probably a choice band one. Because it didn't use Belly Drum. Lucario is gonna lose to Zapdos. Management skills, in data management skills, it looks, and in number skills, it looks like 1-0. I think A is gonna win this game. Extreme Speed does only half of Zapdos' remaining HP while it uses Heat Wave. Yeah, this is definitely an A win victory, most likely. It does not crit or get a high roll, and Lucario's Extreme Speed does nothing. Dragonite comes out, not gonna sack. It goes into an Extreme Speed immune Pokemon. Outrage does 60%. Scald does not get the burn, okay. Outrage finishes off Jellicent. Gets the 3-turn Outrage. Return does a lot, 40% on the Outrage. Critical hits Purugly. Now, and confuse. Oh, okay! Volcarona Fire Blast, hoping for the burn, not getting it, and Outrage does a lot again, but does get the Flame Body. Now it looks like Dragonite's gonna faint soon, so... But does get a lot of damage done. Lots of damage pressing. Does not get the Extreme Speed, I think, it was going for. But so far, it looks like A is still winning. But Bulk Up is scary. Fire Blast only does half. Return does finish off Volcarona. Okay, I'm correct. Gothitelle has Shadow Tag. And Return Psychic. And Vigoroth dies. Zapdos is all by itself now. Vanillux. Okay. I was foolish thinking A would win. Obviously, whatever I think is contrary to the actual winner. Of course it is like that. Anyways, A did win with... It was a pretty close battle, though. Next 5th generation battle. No one saw that. No one saw whoever won that battle. Just ignore that. Just ignore what you saw, okay? And if you did see that, congratulations. You cheated on a quiz. There was really nothing you could have done to unsee that, but I tried to make it short, so because I knew I made a mistake. But anyways, let's stop wasting time. And yeah, let's just continue. So far, it looks like it's a pretty Gligar's weakened, and they switch in an Octillery, which dies to a Megahorn. They switch in a Houndoom, which gets Earthquake to death. This is... Okay, after turn 5, it looks like a Scolopede's gonna sweep this team, and I'm not gonna say anything else. HP Fire or Flying? I'm pretty sure it's Fire. Megaform K is superior. Not even in Swarm range, because it's not using Speed Boost, and it's probably not using Poison Point. It's definitely a Swarm Pokemon. It's a Swarm Scolipede. Scolipede KO'd 4 of the 6 Pokemon. Misses a Mega Horn, finally. Okay, Ice Beam KO's Scolipede. It was Swords Dance, by the way. Here's a Jirachi. Iron Head. Flinches. It is Serene Grace. So it's a 60% chance flinch. Another flinch. That 60% chance flinch is going crazy right now. Okay, Gligar's by itself. Flinch. Yeah, Jirachi's busted. Someone must ban Jirachi from movers. It's an AG poke. It's AG. It's anything goes. I am. Wow, that was by far the most devastating sweep ever. 1201585C literally took 106% HP out of the total of 600. That's 1/6, about 1/6 of all HP is deleted on 120 on C's side. Well, while A side just lost all 6 Pokemon. That is insane. Okay, let's go to the final one. And I'm not clicking it right now. Palkia, okay, that's a bad lead. Versus Latios, both legends. Draco Meteor, this one-shots Palkia. It wasn't... I don't know why, but in my experience, I never saw gems. Maybe gems are banned in Smogon, I'm not sure. Ligar switches in. Psycho Boost does 30%. U-turn switches it out into Pidgeot. Gets hit by Stealth Rock. Psycho Boost does 1/4 damage on a workup. So this situation looks really good for Pidgeot. It probably has Quick Attack. It also probably has a flying move that can probably... But anyways, that's... If Pidgeot doesn't have like Heat Wave or something, this thing can get walled by Steel types and Rock types. So this thing better have Heat Wave. It probably has Quick Attack, a flying move like Brave Bird or Wing Attack or Aerial Ace. And Heat Wave. It's probably that moveset. So far, it looks like it's an easy win for C because they have 3 Pokemon. They took out Palkia, one of the hardest hitting Pokemon on turn 1, but they also have Spikes and Rocks up. That could be bad. I'm not sure. But with the setup Pidgeot, I think A loses because I don't think Rocks and Spikes would matter. I think A loses. Yeah, A loses. C wins. Quick Attack does not do enough damage. I said Quick Attack, a flying, and a Heat Wave. Quick Attack again, I guess that's the... 2 layers of Spikes. Regirock switches out into Superior, okay. Good. Rock Slide. That does a lot. Giga Drain on the Volbeat, okay. Volbeat Underwaves Superior on a HP Flying Fire. I really have no idea. Bug Buzz for tremendous damage. HP Fire, Flying, whatever. This might be this is probably Prankster because it moved because it used Thunder Wave before every Pokemon. It's probably not Swarm. It's definitely not Illuminate. Para's Torkoal gets a yawn off. Switches in Lantern. On the Rapid Spin. Gets rid of all the spikes, okay? Skull does a one-shot Torkoal. C still has a lot of Pokemon remaining. But gets Para. Losing 2 Pokemon in 3 turns is not good. Latios comes out. Psyshock does 1/3. Skull does... That's the burn. I said C would win this game, but it might be a lot closer than it might be. Stone Edge finishes off Lantern with one this Volbeat. This flippin' Volbeat just uses para. Misses a Stone Edge. There's literally no chance to kill this Volbeat now. Thunder Wave is useless, but it gets Draco Meteor doesn't even do half. Doesn't even do with 2/3. It's insane. And now Draco's gonna do less damage. 1/3 special attack. Gligar gets hit by Bug Buzz. This is the only Pokemon that can't get Thunder Waved, so it must keep this thing. Switches in Regirock on the Stealth Rock. Earthquake does a lot. Rock Slide does almost KOs. Gligar is probably as Roost, and yes, it does. Now Rock Slide resisted. It needs to get HP back, I guess. Will Gligar Toxic this thing? No, not yet. Can Drain Punch again, get more HP on the non-flying type Gligar. Rock Slide misses. I don't know what's going on. Now it's predicting a Roost, I think, but is it going to predict a Roost? No. Okay. Rock Slide does its job. Now does it predict a Roost? Yes, it does. It has to KO sooner or later, or that Regirock could be a tank. Simisear comes out. Fire Blast comes out, and one-shots Eviolite Gligar. Now there's no option against that Volbeat. Except for that Burnt Latios, but that Burnt Latios doesn't do enough damage. Simisear does have Blaze, right? It's 100% using Gluttony. There's like no way. It's definitely gonna use it's probably subbing to Blaze, and then using Fire Blast or Flamethrower. Probably Fire Blast. That's the move we saw against Gligar. So it's gonna use Fire Blast. Fire Blast does a lot of damage to Latios. Finish it off. Doesn't finish it, but it's gonna do a lot. Latios just now has to deal with this flipping Volbeat, which roosts up to full, gets hit by a Draco, which only does. It's gonna roost again on the last Draco Meteor that Latios is about to use. It's now Pidgeot versus Volbeat now. Roost up to full on a workup. Use Thunder Wave. Para it. This Prankstermon is just insane. Bug Buzz. Return does 3, 4. Okay, Pidgeot's gonna easily KO this Volbeat now. But if it can move, Quick Attack would get it into return range. But it's just gonna roost up to full. Return does a lot, but roost. But returns, KOs, and C wins. Did I say C would? Yeah, C would win. Because I said Palkia would die turn 1, and that was a problem. C, actually, that took 50 turns. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that took forever. That level 90 Pidgeot definitely was a thing. Anyways, now we have still 4 more generations. This is already an hour-long video. Just get the... And you did not see that. You did not see that. We're just gonna do a different battle and hope something would be interesting if we did this battle first. Because this was that I don't know. Oh, Lumberry, nice move. Dragonite took out, gets confused. Donphan comes out. Most likely it's gonna use rock moves. Yeah. KO Dragonite. That's a pretty big problem. Sunflora. Leaf Storm. So this is now we're at after turn 5. Leaf Storm missed, and Sunflora's at half HP. This looks really bad for Sunflora and 1201585. They also lost a pseudo legendary exchanged for a Pelipper, so that's not great either. So it looks like Sunflora's gonna lose. See, I'm saying C's gonna lose, A's gonna win. Stone Edge does a lot. Love Disc comes out. Surf KO does half. Stone Edge does way over half. Okay, Donphan dies. Meganium comes out. Switches into Scizor. Energy Ball. Now I think C's gonna win. Oh. Nope, I'm still thinking A. Wow, Ho-Oh came out of nowhere. Whatever you chose from turn 5 is whatever your final answer is. So you better pause the video and check who's gonna win from turn 5. Brave Bird just finishes off Love Disc. I don't know what I was doing. Thunderbolt does 64% damage. Electrode took a lot of damage from Earthquake. Meganium switches in. Thunderbolt takes it. Gets parried, however. That's unlucky. It's a 10% chance. Signal Beam does a lot. Aromatherapy cures the poison and the para. Hunt on the Synthesis. Switches into Scizor. On the Energy Ball. Energy Ball for the second time in a row. Gets Bug Bite. One shot from 60% HP without poison. But Bullet Punch. Yes, Scizor has Bullet Punch. We obviously know that. Armaldo does a lot of damage with Bullet Punch. Stone Edge finishes off Scizor though. And in Electrode, it's basically forced to KO itself with Life Orb. And there it is. We don't even see the 6 Pokemon. We'll go back to this battle at the end of the video. What's next is this battle. Zapdos versus Manectric. Switcheroo right away! And it's spamming Heat Wave. Tentacruel comes in on the Heat Spam. Zapdos Choice Scarf sets to Zapdos. Mewtwo switches in. Toxic Spikes. Latios comes out. Switches. Gets hit. Calm Mind. Nice big. Big damage. Calm Mind on the Draco. So this is the start of turn 6. So far, with the one layer of Toxic Spikes, I think C is actually in a disadvantage, even with a setup Mewtwo that's not poisoned on its side. Latios also, I think A has the advantage, because they have a Choice Scarf Zapdos, and a Mewtwo that's half HP, and has Toxic Spikes on this team. A is in a big trouble. I mean, C's in big trouble. Psychic does a lot of damage. Draco does not finish. Pretty easily to see. Solrock switches out on the Psychic. Stone Edge does finish Mewtwo. But Gengar switches in. Does not absorb because it's not a grounded poison type. At least that's what I think it is. Losing an Illumise is not a big deal for A. They go back to Manectric. Gets a Thunderbolt off. Shadow Ball does a lot of damage. Thunderbolt finishes off Gengar. Here goes the Medicham. Tricks a Choice Scarf for a Choice Scarf. That was bad. Floatzel comes in on the explosion that Solrock was about to put. Zapdos comes in on the Latios. Latios does not tank like a HP Ice, I think. Yeah, that's definitely HP Ice. Swords Dance Marowak is now here. This is now Choice Scarf Zapdos. And double. This is Rockhead. That's Rockhead. Double. That's Rockhead and Marowak. Not like Mach Punch finishes off. Manectric comes out. Thunderbolts the Hitmontop. Close Combat's the Manectric and loses the Manectric. A is actually losing in this situation. I was not expecting it. Mach Punch does a lot of damage. Poisons. Life Orb. Okay, it's now Medicham versus Tentacruel. And Psycho Cut just one-shots Tentacruel. Okay. Battle over. I lost. I thought A was gonna win. A lost. Next is Gen 3. Let's go, baby. Battle begin. Sneasel sets up a Swords Dance on a Body Slam. From a Miltank. Brick Break does over half. Big damage. Body Slam does Para's it. That's a big para. Sneasel just lost. Didn't even KO Miltank. But now we have a Intimidate. Switches into Nose Pass on like a poison move. But now, it did not expect this. One shots. So this is after turn 6. So far, it looks like so far it's trade 1-1. But showing 3 Pokemon's not good, and Miltank being damaged is not good either. So I think C wins, but that Arbok is not going to do much except for Intimidate. But I still think C wins. Psychic does a lot of damage and gets the special defense drop. It's not going to survive. It just sacks Arbok for Flygon to come in. Deoxys recovers back to full HP before getting hit by like an HP Dark Ghost. It's probably Ghost. HP Ghost. Deoxys. Blastoise comes in on the Psychic. Recovers back to HP, and then Surf comes in. This is really... Recover comes back on the Surf. This is really interesting. So far, A is in a good situation, but I did say C's gonna win. They took out the Deoxys. Miltank comes out. Toxic misses. That's big. Surf comes out. Toxic on the Surf, and Miltank, they're clawing back that momentum. Here's Ninjask. Substitute. They make a sub. Fades right away. That means Blastoise doesn't have ice moves. Oh, because they would have just used it on Ninjask. Surf does a lot of damage. Sets up another speed boost. Protect for another time. Sub again. It has to switch into Blissey for an area because it doesn't want to die to poison. Now it sets up its substitute on the Thunder Wave, which doesn't happen if you're... And then what will Ninja do? Baton Pass it into Charizard on the Seismic Toss. Yeah, Seismic Toss. So, giving Charizard a free Dragon Dance turn on a Thunder Wave, which it doesn't... But Lumberry comes in. HP flying, I think. Gets the para, but still has speed. Soft Boil comes in. Paras again. Seismic Toss, a free Seismic Toss turn. Leftovers gets back to full HP. That big damage with the HP flying. Seismic Toss does a lot. HP flying again, doesn't get the crit or high roll that it needs. Soft Boil comes back. It needs another attack boost. HP flying does now 70%. Seismic Toss, as long as it hits another hit move, and it doesn't. Para. I said Arbok's probably gonna win. And they're really proving it. Ninjask is dead, with the only last Pokemon being Sneasel. It looks like C's gonna win, which is a victory for me. But it's not interesting. It's gonna be a 4-0 sweep. Okay, they lose just over 1/3 damage. Sneasel's dead. Soon. Wow! They need to go for game. Hariyama's out. HP. Is that flying? That's either flying or psychic. It's not psychic. It's 100% not psychic. Psychic. What am I saying? It's flying. That's HP flying. Wow! Makes a sub. Congratulations! You beat Hariyama, a Flygon, a Blissey, and a Blastoise with HP flying. Just congrats, man. Just congrats. Wow, Sneasel. Wow! When he said they're going for game, he was really going for game. Next Gen 3 battle. Claydolf, Suicune lead. Jumpluff switches in turn 1 for Surf. Gets the Toxic. Suicune, it's probably bulky Suicune with Rest. Sleep Talk. Venomoth switches in. Sleep Powder misses, which it wouldn't have done anything anyways. Because it's toxic poison. Signal Beam does a lot of damage. 30%. 18% actually. This is turn 5. So this is the start of turn 6. They made Rest. They Venomoth heals with leftovers. This is the position. So far, it looks really bad for A, but they do have a Suicune that just Rest. But I think A's gonna lose. C's gonna win. Signal Beam comes out, confuses a Suicune while it's asleep. Sleep Talk, Ice Beam, finishes off. Okay, 2 down. Wheezing, snapped out of confusion. Sleep Talk, Surf, big damage. Sludge Bomb, 30% around, 1/4 actually, 25%. Woke up, gets a Surf out, survives the Sludge Bomb. It's gonna be a 5-hit KO. Delibird comes out. It's probably Hustle, Choice Band, Aerial Ace. Grab Sandstream, Tyranitar. Aerial Ace still does 30%. Jesus, Delibird strong. Golem comes out. I said C's gonna win, but not in this landslide of a victory. Golem does a lot of damage with Earthquake. Victory Bell comes out. Sandstorm does not boost special defense until Gen 4, I think, so Golem does not get the special defense boost. But it doesn't matter, the thing is gone anyways, the Sandstorm's gone. Replaced by Sun, and now Victory Bell's gonna Solar Beam its way to victory. Almost KO's Claydolf. And there it goes. C did win. But I was expecting it to be way closer than that. I was expecting like 2 Pokemon to be remaining, not 4. Anyways, next battle. Unknown versus Dusclops. This is easily gonna be A is looking bad, but surprisingly, apparently, Unknown got a crit turn 1, and Dusclops thought it would just survive. Switch out after it realized it's dead to Shadow Ball. Flamethrower does not even KO Unknown. Unknown is the MVP of the battle. Psychic finishes it off. So the start of turn 6, this is the position. Raikou is out and Mew is out. trade for Dusclops for unknown and Mew being a little bit damaged, A's gonna win. Like, it's simply just A's gonna win. And yeah, starting to Calm Mind, that's basically just helping what I'm gonna say. Calm Mind for the second time. Psychic does a little bit less damage. Thunderbolt nearly KOs Psychic. Calm Mind a third time. Well, it's just spamming Psychic. Does it have any other move? Is it Choiced? No, it's not Choiced. It has Flamethrower. And Choice Specs or Choice Scarf doesn't even exist in Gen 3. What am I saying? Okay, that was a risky switch. Agility up, I guess. Farfetch is agility up. Slash does 30%. Return does 50%, okay? A baton passes into Magmar, which returns. Gets the flame body. That's big. A's just helping my needs of this is gonna be a sweep by A. Flamethrower. Oh. Suicune comes out! Oh, that's a problem! Okay, Thunder Punch, please, Para. No. A, you better beat that Suicune with your own Raikou. Please, just beat the Suicune. Yeah, Calm Mind. They use Calm Mind. It's gonna be a Calm Mind War, isn't it? It's simply just gonna be a Calm Mind War. Oh, God. Okay, Thunderbolt does a lot. Oh, my God. Okay. We can still beat this. We can still beat C. Come on. Golem switches in. Please tell me you have more moves than just Thunderbolt. Like, at least have Crunch. Okay, at least you have another Suicune, right? You have two. Okay, it's just gonna be a Suicune war. Okay, that Suicune's gonna use Ice Beam doesn't KO. What are you doing? What are you doing? It would have probably not KO'd anyways, but still! This thing's gonna win now. We're just giving the chance for Calm Mind spamming. Don't let him. Got a crit. Switch into Raikou and just... Oh my god. Okay, good. 2 crits. That's good. 2 crits in a row. Come on, keep this up. You had the advantage because you traded Dusclops for Unknown. Come on. Make that trade turn into a victory. Please. You're now gonna lose to a setup Suicune because you didn't set up with Raikou. Oh. It wouldn't matter anyways because they still had Golem that would just wall Raikou. Surf KOs your own Suicune. Farfetch just dies. Why did you switch that in? Okay, Raikou's in. But it's too late now. It's too bulky. It has to para. And then, but now, yeah. Raikou, you just killed your chances. You need a critical hit. The only hope is to Sleep Talk critical hit Thunderbolt. It just set up a Calm Mind. That's useless. Last Pokemon's Dugong. It's gonna surf, it's gonna be a guaranteed 3 at KO. Unless if it has leftovers, then it's not guaranteed, but it's gonna be a 4 at KO. Just continuing to be big damage. Surf does a lot. And Suicune does a little. Wow! Setup Pokemon are broken. Suicune does a lot of damage, and you lost to a setup Suicune because you didn't set up your Raikou. It wouldn't matter, but at least give Raikou Crunch so it could deal with the Golem at least a little. And one-shot it with the setup Raikou. What are you doing? Next battle. Jumpluff, Cloyster lead. Giga Drain almost one-shots, and Cloyster one-shots Jumpluff. What a useless Jumpluff it was. Raichu comes out. Misses a Thunder because of course. Thunder one-shots Cloyster. Piloswine comes out. Earthquake, please. Okay, Earthquake. Psychic. Okay. Okay, just ignore the Nightmare thing. I don't know why it used Nightmare. Just ignore it. Anyways, so far it's a pretty bad situation for Piloswine. But it can still technically two-shot this Butterfree if it gets a crit or something. They trade a Cloyster for Jumpluff, an equals trade. A roughly equal trade. They trade Raichu for Raichu switched out but is damaged. C's gonna win. I'm just saying that. Nightmare failed. Okay, expected. You need to be asleep to have a Nightmare. Water is A doing. Surf. C's winning this game, but for Alligators now Surf. Surf KO's Piloswine, so that's bad. Now it's tied 2-2. Cross Chop doesn't crit. Surf does over 1/3. And Primeape does not. Wait, Primeape doesn't have leftovers? What? Why doesn't Primeape have a... Okay, it's still KO'd. Okay, good. Ariados comes out. Hidden Power... Is that HP Ghost? It's probably HP Ghost. Moltres comes out. Misses a Fire Blast. Here comes a Sludge Bomb. Fire Blast one-shots Ariados, though. And with only 2 Pokemon, Raichu's gonna one-shot it with Thunder, most likely. And yes, it does one-shot with Thunder. Last 2 Pokemon, Misdreavus. Thunder doesn't one-shot, but it does a lot. Perish Song. Raichu's just gonna switch out, bro. Yeah, just switch into Mr. Mime. Wow. I don't know what's the end game of this battle. I don't know what the flip is going on. Psychic, Death Drop on the Surf. It's just gonna switch out and switch into a Pokemon better suited for Amistar. Surf, damage. Thunder KOs, yep. And now Misdreavus can't Perish Song, or it's dead. Thunder misses. Thief, steal leftovers. And is slowly healing on their side. Thunder finishes Misdreavus off anyways. And yeah. A, you really disappointed me. C, you really disappointed me. Next battle. This is already an hour-long video. Next battle. Misses a Thunder, turn 1. I'm sorry about this, but I can't really guess myself. But I'll just pause on turn 5, and then you can pause the video. Because I don't have time now. It's really late at night, so after turn 5, you can pause. Guess who wins. I'll give you like. You guess who wins. I can't really say because I'm currently, I'll just show you everything. First death. First death for C. Big damage. Can't really commentate that well at a high quality moment because I have to spend so much time. I spent so much time that it's now. I upload this at 7 and it's already nearly 9, so I have to be quick about this. So I'm sorry if you wanted better commentary, but this is what you're gonna get. I'm sorry. Nidoqueen dies. Currently 3-2 advantage, but it might not be technically 3-2. It could be 4-2 because of the frozen Zapdos. I wish I had more time, but I. Okay, there's a Clefable at level 60 something. Surf does 1/3, so it's gonna be a 4-hit KO. Golduck died. Non-league KOs Clefable. Zapdos, the normal type Clefable. Fire and Power does a lot. Frozen Zapdos stays frozen, and game's over. A wins. If you chose A, you won. I'll pause after turn 5. You guess who's after. Switches into King. I'll just commentate in a poor fashion because I'm just saying I don't have enough time to actually commentate and waste a lot of time. So far, it's looking well. Missing a Sleep Powder. Dragon Breath. Razor Leaf for A gets a crit. Big damage. Razor Leaf. Critical hits. Jesus. Guess who wins from this position? I'll give you a few seconds, then I'll pause the video if you need to, because I'm clicking in 3, 2, 1. Almost KOs Victory Bell and gets the para. Almost KOs Kingdra. Okay, Victory Bell dies. Aerodactyl. Ancient Power KOs Kingdra. Executor comes out. HP Flying, I think, does a lot of damage. Sleep Powder does damages Aerodactyl's ability to participate in the battle. If I could just skip animations, that would be so nice. So he's asleep. Aerodactyl's gonna stay asleep again. Wow. KO's the Aerodactyl. This is gonna be a grindy game, isn't it? Belly Drum. Body Slam does a lot, but it's not a one-shot, surprisingly. I thought Time Sport Attack, it would just one-shot. Okay, next KO. Sneasel. Shadow Ball finishes off. +4. Feraligatr comes out. Thief. Steal leftovers. Surf does a lot. Shadow Ball does a lot. Surf does a lot. Shadow Ball crits. Nice 1/3 damage. Moonlight on Sneasel. It's about to KO Feraligatr. Most likely Sneasel is going to Moonlight, and it does. Will Feraligatr heal? Yeah, it will. Of course games are this grindy when I am on a time delay. It's almost 9 o'clock, Jesus. Come on, get this video. Come on, just get this battle done. I still have 1 battle of Gen 4 and 3 more battles of Gen 1. Woke up. Sleep talk, I don't know why Feraligatr did that. Just someone, please just die. I don't want this to be so grindy. Okay. Sneasel is 1 hit away. Just goes for the Shadow Ball anyways. Gets the... Please! Okay, thank God it switches. Of course it crits. I'm not really cheering for either team. I'm just trying to make this video before I go to bed, so. Surf. Mega Horn. Yes, does over half. Okay, Heracross dies. RK9 comes out. Almost KOs with like HP, I think Grass. Probably not HP Electric. Rest, of course. Of course, everything in Gen 2 has rest, of course. Games in Gen 2 are grindy and stally. Fire Blast. Thank God. For Alligator dies. Smeargle. I have a big time. HP, Agility. It's probably Baton passing that Agility to like Soldier or something. Or maybe Mewtwo. We never know. Okay, this is a final. Go! This is taking too much time. Celebi, okay. Fire Blast does a lot. Big damage. Psychic does only 30%. Okay, this is Celebi's dead. And Smeargle is dead, almost dead actually. Spore. I think Arcanine, please have sleep talk. Yes! This game's over. 46 turns. Nice. No idea how long this battle. Hopefully it's not that long. I'll pause after turn 5 because I of course do that. This is the longest video I ever recorded, so this better be good enough. Swords Dance Licky Tongue. Blizzard misses. And Hyper Beam. KO's Porygon. And Arcanine is switched in. Okay, this is the position. Guess who wins? Fire Blast almost KO's Licky Tongue, but Burn will. No, it won't. It's still 6%. It's 6% in this generation. It must have been Burn must have been buffed in it. Okay, 2 Pokemon down in it. Hello, bro. Amnesia. Body Slam. Surf KO's Arcanine. Sleep Powder. Sleep is broken in Gen 1, by the way. So as being fast. Being fast is also broken. If you're a fast Pokemon that can set up sleep, that can make Pokemon go to sleep, you're basically... If you're a fast Pokemon that has Spore in Gen 1, you're basically... If you're an Electro... I know, but if there was Gen 1 pure Hackmons, or any type of Hackmons, you would just run Electrode Spore and then nothing would do damage. And then all you had to do is just run any moveset to counter any Pokemon. And Speed Ties would be really common because Electrode Spores would become. And then most likely Electrode's gonna run Earthquake after the Spore to KO other Electrodes. So it's just gonna be a grindy mess and no one wants to deal with that. Thank God they didn't make Gen 1 pure Hackmons. Also being fast makes you crit more. So, yeah. That's a good thing, I guess. Okay. 2 Scythers on the field. Slash does crit. Hyper Beam misses. Hyper Beam hits and kills Scyther. Okay. Last Pokemon, Raticate. Just KO that Raticate. Sword Stance boosted. Blizzard KOs. Of course, crits. Dewgong comes out. Body Slam does damage. Blizzard comes in. 63%. Body Slam comes out. gets a little bit higher roll, and there we go. If you chose A, you're winner. I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed. It's 9 o'clock already. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I'm gonna do it after turn 5. So earthquake. Oh my. Okay. Okay, there's the position. Oh yeah. Okay. Who's gonna win? I have to go to the bathroom. But anyways, I'm gonna replay. Yay, the game is still ongoing. I missed half of it. Okay, apparently Genghis Khan used Hyper Beam on this Poliwrath. I think that's what happened. Earthquake counter failed. I don't know how that failed. I guess Gen 1's weird. It might be just only normal and fighting moves. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to search things up. I have to hurry up. This video is taking forever. I started at like late 6 o'clock and it's already been 9, so. Crit body slam. Congrats, Ditto. You just died to submission, however, and there's one Pokemon left on both sides. And Primeape wins. If you chose A, you're correct. Move on to the final battle. And you did not see that, so let's go to Gen 4. Okay, this is the final battle. That's the final battle for the final Gen 1. You did not see who won, okay? Nice Swift. Does a lot of damage. Both sides lost. Okay. Pause the video if you want to guess. If you don't want to guess, just resume. Ma, 马上好。 Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently Miss Magius won. Let's go to the final battle. And there it is. Final game. What are we gonna do here? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Pause right before turn 5. Well, apparently Electrode just got frozen. That's bad. Pause the video if you want to guess. Nice, we have a Dragonite on this team. Yeah! Let's go! World champ difference! I'm not even a world champion. What am I saying? Single battle. But I agree with Wolfie VGC. Single battles are slow and grindy, and double battles are way more fun. I'll agree with them. It's way more fun. I'll agree with you. To be honest, I agree. Double battles normally end in like 15-20 turns. Well, single battles take like 40 turns. Like, Jesus, that's insane. Okay, Snorlax dies. Because being frozen means you're basically frozen, and you can't get unfrozen unless if you're hit by a fire move. And there it is. If you chose C, you're a winner. That will be it for the video. Oh my god, I spent nearly an hour 50 minutes. Now I have to... Oh, okay. That will be it for the video. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.